Hello everybody, it is Captain Hooch here, and we are back in Prison Architect with our shiny prison that we have just finished building the basics of. I have decided to name this place the Hoochgate Correctional Facility. So welcome back to Hoochgate, everyone. Let's go to jail. So let's see, we finished construction of Cell Block A, and we've got the solitary set up. So we need to now raise our prisoner capacity to 15, but there's also some other things that we do need to worry about before we really open up this cell block for the prisoners. We have weather to deal with here, so we're going to have to make a boiler room, and we are going to have to make sure that our prisoners have access to hot water. So let's go ahead, set it to play, and let's get ourselves a boiler. So we can set this down here, and we can pipe it right in from the main water line over here. Now while that's going on, we're going to have to get some hot water pipes, and we'll have to run it from the boiler. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to have to put some radiators in up here. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get some radiators, so let me find those real quick. Now where's a good place we can put these radiators? I'm thinking right here seems like a fair place to put them. Let's keep our prisoners nice and warm. Oh, and it looks like a few of these cells did not get their televisions for some reason, so we'll go ahead and pop those in as well. Now for the holding cells, we're going to need radiators in here also, so let's go ahead and pop a radiator in here, and pop a radiator in there. The offices I'm not going to worry about, and we could probably go ahead and put one in the cafeteria right here. That'll be fine. Everything else, I'm not so much worried about it. The kitchen will be alright too. So now that we have that ready to go, we're going to have to take and pipe some hot water in. So let's go to our utilities and find our hot water pipes. Oh, first though, we need to build a large water pipe that will connect to the radiator, and we're going to have to get an electrical cable and run it down here as well. Now we can start on the hot water pipes. We can run these straight up like this, and then we can run them across. And now we don't have to worry about our prisoners freezing to death. Although this is prison, so we can't make them too comfortable. Then again, we probably should help them be comfortable. So we're going to go ahead and put some little windows in here, and this will, in the warmer days, keep our prisoners from burning up with all the radiators. So we'll stick these on the outside. Okay, there we go. And we should be able to get some hot water going in there, and I think maybe the hot water pipes might be able to reach if we bring them over like that. So this should solve our water issue with the prison. Now once our workers get everything built, we can go ahead and open this cell block up. So while they're working on that, we have $7,597 to work with, and we've got to run some power down this hallway. So we'll go ahead and queue that up. That should do it for that hallway. Now we've got to figure out what to do over here. So we've got the yard, it's connected to the canteen, and we've got the kitchen. And we'll probably do something with this area right here. This might become an extension of the cell block. Perhaps we could put in a gel door here leading to the outside. So we'll go ahead and stick that in. And I've got to figure out what to do here, but we'll figure that out when we get our next grant. Perhaps maybe the medical facility right here. This could be a good place for it. Or, down here, I could see maybe expanding this little section off into the morgue. Yeah, actually, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and start out the planning for our medical facility for Hoochgate. And we'll have some walls coming through here and across here. Now we'll probably want to bring this room out just a little bit more, and that will do it. So we'll go ahead and lay down our foundation. This looks to be bricks. And there we go. That will solve that issue. So we'll go ahead and put down a staff door here. And now we will just fast forward ahead to when we have all of this constructed, since this will take a while. Okay guys, we're back. We seem to have hit a bit of a snag in the construction. I now see why a lot of people don't like auto lights, because installing these lights has actually put us into the red. Now it will take us a while to get the money, so we've had to order a couple more prisoners to fill our capacity up to now 10 in these 2 holding cells, which can only sleep 8 prisoners. We're really hoping some violence doesn't start breaking out, and we're gonna have to set up an exports area to get rid of some of this lumber we got sitting around the prison. So I guess while we're waiting on the new arrivals, we'll go ahead and put some exports down. This looks like a good spot right here. Yeah, this will be fun. We can start putting exports there, and maybe they'll get rid of some of this wood that's just randomly littering everywhere. And then we'll go back to fast forwarding until we can get this sorted. I know, the first bits of the game, when you're building the prison, those are always the longest. I want to get some guys in here, I want to get them punished properly. I want the Hoochgate Correctional Facility to be the best prison it can be, but damn, when you gotta build it and operate it at the same time, this shit is not easy. Alright guys, check this out. From setting up that export area, all the wood we've shipped off has just given us $1,900. So now, we can go ahead and finish the prison with the one thing we need: water. And there we go. That should get us sorted. At least I hope it does. I'm really hoping this gets us sorted. Another thing we're going to want to do is we're probably going to want to set up a area for storage. So I'm thinking a nice storage area about right here. That should do it, and we can put up a couple of staff doors. And now that we've got that, we'll section this off into a storage area. And we've got to get that on fast forward so that we can get to it. And now we've got a place for the workers to keep all of their stuff. And in 13 hours, we'll have 2 prisoners arriving at 8 a.m. from normal security. We can check these guys out, and maybe, just maybe, if we can get the water hooked up in time, we can load this place up and have it ready to go. Oh my god, it's hooked up. The water's hooked up. Okay. I'm going to wait until we get the prisoners in. I think that's going to be the best bet, but I can start opening up Cell Block A. Well, cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfuckers. It's a beautiful day at the Hoochgate Correctional Facility as the sun rises upon our prison. Our new inmates will be arriving in just shy of 3 hours from now. So we need to get to work on getting this place ready to go. So first thing we're going to want to do is we've got maintenance approved. We want to research groundkeeping. Oh, I don't have any money, actually. Oh, no. We're going to get 1,000 from these guys coming in. But once we raise it up, we can get another group coming in, and that'll be good. So let's get this first group in. We'll see who we're getting of these 2 prisoners. We'll open up Cell Block A, get ourselves a grant, and we will work on improving our prison. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I believe. I keep forgetting I've only got $600 in profit here. You can't run a prison on $600. It's awful. It doesn't work. You can't even run your own house on $600. Not in today's economy. Oh, it's almost time. 37 minutes and counting. 30 minutes. 25. Oh, the suspense is killing me. We're almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's flashing red, and oh my god, there's the bus. It's pulling in. Who are we going to get? Oh, here we go. We have Macaulay. 1 year for driving under the influence. And then we have Scene Piddock. 1 year for assault. He pled not guilty. Well, Scene, we all know how well that worked out for you. This guy looks kind of like Simon Lane with a mohawk. Okay, guards are searching him, and they're getting ready to go to jail. So once we get these guys put in holding, we will open up the cell block. Let's just zoom away and give those fellas some privacy. They're obviously being very naked right now, right in the lobby. Okay, they're being sent to cell, and everybody in here is just looking very cross about the fact that they do not have any clothing to wear. They're just bathing in their own sweat. They're all ripe as hell. This guy just wants drugs so he can forget that he's wearing some rank-ass clothing. And, you know, I honestly can't blame him. Don't do drugs, kids. But we need to go ahead and get these guys into a proper cell, get this cell block grant completed out so that we can build a laundry by researching prison labor with our foreman, which we have yet to hire. So, let's see. We go here, we get a cell, and bam, we have cells. And now, what we can do is we can raise our prisoner capacity. So what's our prisoner capacity right now? It is 18. So let's go ahead and fill ourselves up to 18 minimum security or medium security prisoners. We'll get a payment of $4,000 off of those guys. They are going to make us bukus of cash. So let's see how these guys like the new digs. Oh, they're excited. Look at them. It's like old Scott, Scott Maldry? Macaulay. Scott Macaulay. He seems excited to get in there. Now he's in. I don't think he likes the new digs too much. The floors are dirty, the cells are just as filthy, but everything's a new shade of filth for him. So we're gonna have to go ahead and get this prison set up to where we can really properly watch these guys until we get some CCTV cameras. So first of all, we're gonna have to have security, and we're gonna need patrols. And we're gonna need groundskeeping, cleaning, and prison labor. So we're gonna have to hire ourselves a security chief and a foreman. So we've got our foreman here, Mr. Hard Hat all the time in a tie. And we're gonna get our security chief. He's gonna take an office right here across from the wardens. And they're gonna get to work on researching what this prison needs to keep going. So we've now built our first cell block. And we've got one prisoner up for parole. Perhaps we should build a place where they can get paroled. So, I was gonna make this our laundry room, but what I'm thinking now, we could build our parole room over here. So let's go ahead and get that. We'll take a brick wall, we'll widen this, I'll see 1, 2, 3, we'll come down like that. Throw in a large jail door here and here. Have a bit of an airlock so that paroling people don't really get to escape too easily. And we will plan out a parole room. I think 8x8 ought to be sufficient. They can come in here, and let's see, what are we going to need for the parole booth? I think that table is, I'm going to have to check actually. I think it's a visitor's booth, so let's search for that visitor table. That table is a 1, 2, 3 by, looks like 3 by 2 table. So we'll go into planning, because we might not need to make it this big actually. We can go 1, 2, 3 by 2. Oh, we do not need to make the room that big at all. We can narrow this down by a lot. And there we go. We've got ourselves a nice parole room. And you know what we could do even? We could bring the walls out by 1. Move the table back just a scratch. Like that. And we could do a series of parole booths. That seems like a great idea. Let's get to work on that. Okay, so let's see, we got a 9x7 room, so let's make another one of these. Okay, let's see, 3 parole rooms seems to be sufficient. Now, we can come down here and we can just do a wall straight across like that, and we can give them a jail door in each one. And now all of these prisoners will have a place where they can go to beg forgiveness for their crimes. And we will tell them no. Ha 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 ha. So let's go ahead and get the foundation laid for this. Okay, we've got the foundation laid for our new room for parole. Now we're going to have to get and section out the rooms. So I see we've made this out of concrete. We'll go ahead and do brick for the interior. And I believe we're going to need a jail door here, here, here. And then we can get ourselves a visitor table. And we can set it down like so. And that should cover us on the needs for the parole rooms. Now we just gotta run our power down here. And in 18 hours, we're gonna get 8 more prisoners. Oh, everybody's going off to the canteen where all the guards are hanging out. Let's see how they do today. Everybody's just eating that bacon and eggs. You enjoying that, Piddock? You enjoying your bacon and eggs? Is your environment not good enough for you? What's the matter? Well, you know what? You shouldn't have gotten locked up if you don't like filth. You filthy bastard. Who else is complaining? What do you think, Quail? What you got going on? You complaining about your nasty clothes? Well, you shouldn't have went to jail then if you don't like nasty clothes. You too, Carter. You with your 70s porn mustache. Gotta tease those motherfuckers. Let them know who's boss. And I just realized I've made a huge mistake here in the parole room. I am one dumb motherfucker building walls here. Let's tear these down. We don't need those there. That is a bad idea. Okay, wait. Install electrical cable, no route, failed 3 times. The heck is going on? Okay, we might have... Can you guys figure this out? Come on, you guys are smart. You can do it. Okay, looks like they're gonna get this sorted now. Looks like they're gonna get it sorted. Okay, they've got it figured out. The workers haven't gone completely stupid on us. Let's check and see the progress of those things we were researching. Oh my god, patrols is approved and cleaning is approved. We now have cleaning. That means we need to build ourselves a janitor closet. So let's go ahead and section off a little area for that. Now we don't need a lot of room for a janitor closet, so we will just bring it up by 2. Bring it up by 2 and over by 1. We will stick a staff door on here. And let's see, rooms, cleaning cupboard. That's what we need. I think that's about the right size. Yeah, that should do it. Pardon if you hear any talking in the background. My roommate appears to be on a phone call, so... I don't think the microphone will pick it up, but... Don't know if he knows I'm recording or not. So now that we get a cleaning cupboard, we can hire ourselves a couple of janitors. And I think we can actually get a grant that involves it. Prison maintenance. Let's see, unlock... yeah, we need 2 janitors. And we will need just a groundskeeper. I think we're working on that right now. Yeah, groundskeeping is coming in, and then we're going to get prison labor, and we could build another laundry, or a cleaning cupboard perhaps down here, where we can put our prisoners to work. Now, while that's going on, I'm thinking, this kitchen could become a very, very dangerous place if we don't have some sprinklers set up. So I'm going to go ahead and queue up the installation of a sprinkler over each of the places where a cooker will eventually go. Then we'll have one center of the room and one over here by the fridges. And then we can run our utilities to hook those up once they get installed. Oh, we got 11 hours to go until we get the new prisoners. I cannot wait. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they step into the glory that is the Hoochgate Correctional Facility, which is now slowly being cleaned, something that it severely needs. And we got 71% until we get groundskeeping and another $5,000 on our prison maintenance grant. Oh, these are good times. Good times to be living in. Now, we've got to our parole rooms are done. We can go ahead and set up a parole room down here. We can have just a whole slew of them where all of our prisoners can come and beg for forgiveness, but we all know what the answer will be. No, you stay in jail, you son of a bitch. Oh, we've got a problem here, guys. We have got a problem. They have installed the tables in backwards. We have got to dismantle all of these tables and put them the right way round. I mean, come on, I could have sworn I told the guys to set the tables up correctly. What is wrong with you jerks? Can we not set the... Okay, you know what? No, we're gonna have to... Oh my god, we can't turn the tables around the right way. Why can I not turn my table? I want the one prisoner on this... Okay, This is not cool. You know what, maybe... No, I guess we're gonna have to just stick with them the way they were. That was wasted time right there. But, oh, that means... Well, I guess this is actually could be a safety thing. That means that if the prisoner goes completely nuts when he's denied parole, that the guys who have said no to him can now escape quickly. So it might not be such a bad idea. So we'll just go ahead and reinstall those tables. And we've got new prisoners, raising our capacity to 18 in 6 hours. And then... Oh, we can get the gardener. We can get a gardener. We can get that grant. Hell yes. We'll buy ourselves a gardener, and there's another grant for us. Of course, our daily cash flow has dropped, so we've got to find a way to save ourselves a little bit of money. So I'm thinking we're going to take this section of room right here, and we will turn this into a cleaning cupboard where all of our prisoners can come and they can work in keeping their cells clean. Give them a nice concrete wall, and we'll set this up as, let's see, objects. We need to give them a door, and we need to make this a cleaning cupboard right here. And then once we get prison, have we got prison labor yet? No, we don't. We don't have prison labor yet. How much farther do we got on that? About an hour left. We'll have it before the new prisoners arrive. So who else do we need? We should probably go ahead and go for deployment. And we do have patrols. So, let's see, what else is there? What other grants are there we can get? We're going to need security procedure and certification. We need to have 10 guards now. Which, you know, with all the new prisoners coming in, there's definitely a need to have extra guards. And while we're waiting on those guys, which will be here in the next 2 hours, we'll slow down time a little bit to give me time to think. We're going to need a patrol. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a guard patrol that will go through this cell block. We'll have 2 of them. Just like this. We'll assign one... Put 1 guard on this patrol, 1 guard on that patrol. And now we could have 1 guard who patrols this area and this area, allowing people in and out of the parole. And now we can keep an eye on our prisoners who are all tucked away, happily in their bed, snoring except for White. What are you doing out of bed, White? Are you complaining again? What do you got to complain about, White? You know what? You know what, White? We are going to search you. And we're going to search your cell. Because I think you're onto something, White. What are you up to? Huh. Nothing. Well. We have 1 prisoner saying they've been unnecessarily searched recently. Well, when you're up creeping about in your cell in the middle of the night during sleepy times, we gotta be suspicious of your ass. You know, you can quit complaining about your environment soon enough, because look at the janitorial staff. They're getting this place spick and span for you. You guys don't have a lot of room to complain anymore. And, oh my god, we have prison labor approved now. We have prison labor approved. That means we can now give these guys jobs in the cleaning cupboard. And you know what? I think we're going to leave this one just for the janitors. But we can now give these guys jobs and they can clean. So let's go ahead and get them some work time set up. You know what? We don't need we can have the morning lockup, but you know what? I think I'm going to be nice. Give these guys an extra bit of time to sleep. Now we'll make that free time. They can do whatever they want at 7 a.m. They need to get their showers in at 8. And instead of lockup, we will set them for work and work. Because there's no need to have these guys, you know, in lockup when we could be utilizing them to make the prison a better place. So let's see what we got. We got them a little bit of free time, we got them some eating time, some more eating time, and then we got them a lot of work time. We're going to work these fellas to the bone. You know what, actually, we'll do lights out a little early at 10. That way they can have plenty of sleep to get plenty of work done. Might as well have called this Hoochgate Forced Labor Camp, not Hoochgate Correctional. Oh, I think we've got our new prisoners coming in. Here they come. Here's the bus. Oh my god, who are we going to get? Who are we going to get? What are we going to learn about you fine gentlemen? Oh, we have... Who is this guy? Who are you with your fancy... Henderson was a mild-mannered university mathematics instructor until he snapped after being asked for the umpteenth time to explain why 3 times minus 9 equals 0 implies that x equals 3 in a calculus test. Well, I have no idea. I am awful at math. Who else we got here? Ed Weiner, aggravated burglary, Tim Pennington, rioting. Who are you? Driving under the influence, Mr. Naked Man over here. After winning the Football World Cup, he punched the entire opposite team because they refused to kneel to him. The shots left many with fractured the jaw, forcing them to eat with a teaspoon and drink through a straw. Holy crap. He is a bad motherfucker. Smith, what did you do? Oh, we got a naked Xander over here, so I'm gonna leave him be. Well, guys, I believe we have now got our prison about where we want it to be. We're filling it to 18. We have our reception area going strong. We've got all our prisoners being escorted to the cells. I think this will be a good place to call it quits on the Hoochgate Correctional Facility for today. And next week, we'll work on getting the medical ward built. And we will finish our security procedure certification. And perhaps look into getting a grant for, I don't know, Cell Block B perhaps. We'll see where it goes. And of course, if this prison all goes tits up, we will expect to, of course, have to escape from it ourselves as a prisoner. For now, this is Captain Hooch signing off. Good night, everybody. I kind of just ran past all the enemies this time. And nothing seems to have followed me, so that's good to know that I can get away with that. So I'm thinking now if we just do a roll and then an R1, we'll get a good drop attack on his head and deal a shit ton of damage, hopefully. So, here goes everything!